Hi everybody. So if you are joining me live, you're welcome to say hello. If you're watching on the replay, thank you so much. You can comment as well. So today I am talking with Chantice, Zen with Chan, who is going to a journey, and hopefully I'm going to see a notification for her to add herself to the video. So we'll just wait a couple of moments for Chantice to get the yep. So if you want to request to join, so I can accept you. So I'm waving at you. Okay. Hi there. Hi everybody. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hey Emma,
Hi. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Can you hear me well?
Yes, I can. Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah, I
Perfect.
can
I'm using my
do.
headphones, so hopefully the sound quality is all good.
Yes,
It's all
yeah,
good.
I can hear you. How's your day been?
Good. A little bit long. I'm tired, but it's been a good
Yeah.
day. You thank God it's
Oh,
Friday. So, how are
yeah.
you?
Yeah, I've had a good day actually. Yeah, it's been pretty good. Not
Good.
too busy for me. I don't have any baby to run around
Mhm.
after, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm
Mhm.
good. So what I thought we'd do to begin with is we can introduce ourselves. So I'll go first, and then you can
Yeah.
say a little bit about yourself, just so people who don't know us, they can
Mhm.
figure out what's going on.
Definitely.
So my name is Emma, and I run this Instagram page, which is called Healing Space BIPOC. And I wanted to create a space for Black, Indigenous women of colour within the healing and spiritual spaces.
Mhm.
So I have worked as a yoga teacher for, I'm not even sure, maybe 7 years, 6 or 7 years. A yoga nidra teacher, so teaching meditation, and the spaces that I worked in were, most of my clients were white British because of where I live, because of the community that I am. But actually, now that we're online, I'm finding that actually, do you know what? I can connect and we can work in a much deeper level with people who are
Mhm.
like-minded and coming across the same challenges and also insights as well, because we have particular insights.
Definitely.
So I offer monthly workshops to help women of colour, on their healing journey. And we look at different traditions, including yoga. I'm also interested in African spiritual traditions as well, and kind of reclaiming that part of my own heritage. I have great teachers. Hi, so hi. I'm just sorry. I'm trying to
No,
read
it's
the
fine. I've
comments. So
seen
I've great teachers.
all the lovely people come in.
Oh
Time is
yeah,
just
just
gone.
yeah. So I'll try and say hi, because
Yeah,
I'll lose my
time
train of thought.
gone.
But
No, it's
thank you so much for
fine.
joining. So I also have some great teachers I want to mention. Dr. Rosales Meza, who is, I'm part of her collective of decolonizing healing. So that's a very powerful collective I'm part of. And then also I have Asha Frost, who is an Indigenous medicine woman whose circle I'm a part of as well. So
Mhm.
I love to hear from other people and their traditions, their practices, and think, what can I learn, but how can I be respectful as well?
Mhm.
And these conversations are to shine a light on, conversations and stories for people who maybe we don't get to hear from. So I want to really uplift these interesting stories that they need to be told. So that's
100%.
that's a bit about me.
Lovely. Thank you, Emma. Hi, everyone. Good evening. So my name is Chantice. Sorry, apologies. My eyes are like watering a little bit. I
That's
should be wearing my
okay.
glasses, but I've got my ring light, so I won't put it on because you'll just see the
If
camera.
you want to grab your glasses, you can do.
No,
Don't
honestly,
worry.
it's fine. It's fine. I'm good like this. I'm good like this. So hello
Yeah.
everyone. So my name is Chantice. I am a light worker. I am a mother to a 16-month-old now. I've got a son, baby K, I am a yoga teacher. I specialize in hatha yoga and also pre and postnatal yoga too. And I also run my own yoga and wellness business. And before yoga, I also used to teach dance full time. Still dance, but not, I don't teach at the moment. So yeah, I'm that as well. I also am a enthusiast in self-care and healing. I'm really passionate about those things, and I really like to include it in my work, in what I do as well. I'm a creative, and I'm just here to spread love and joy to you all. So yeah.
Oh, thank you. That was a lovely
Right.
introduction. And
Thank
there's
you.
obviously so much more as well. There's so much
Yes,
more
it's
to
hard
you.
to like cram it all in. It's so hard.
But we'll touch on lots of the things, though, things that maybe I know, and hopefully, you'll share.
Yes,
So
of
I
course,
thought
yeah.
before we kind of go into your own spiritual and healing journey, I'd like to
hmm
hear from you. How do you understand healing and spirituality first? What's your kind of understanding of that? Because I love hearing that
Yes.
from your own experiences.
Yeah, no, of course. So I'll start with spirituality first. So
Mm,
for me, I definitely think spirituality it comes from within, and it's about also just learning, learning as well. It's about seeking as well, and understanding your worth. I think
mhm,
spirituality is such a beautiful thing, and I think when you're in it, you discover so much about yourself.
mhm,
And for me on
mhm,
my journey, I've just been able to discover and unlock so many different things about myself. And then
mhm,
healing as well just falls into it.
mhm,
Healing is something where you have to be really vulnerable. You have to be really
mhm,
open with yourself, but it allows you to be yourself. It allows you to be,
mhm.
which is what,
Yeah.
as humans, that we need to be every single
Mhm.
day. So,
Yeah.
yes, spirituality and healing
Mhm.
joined together are magical things, but it's
Mhm.
really, really worth it. Really, really worth it, both of
Mhm.
it.
Yeah, yeah. And
hmm
I think I really love what you said about healing allows us to be who we really
Mm,
are.
yeah,
And, that's something that sadly in our society and our racialized society,
yeah,
we we're socialized to not be ourselves. We
yeah,
have to keep ourselves safe. We have to we want to say something, but we can't.
yeah.
So yeah, I think it's that kind of like becoming your true self,
Mm,
really, within
hmm
a society that has maybe told you otherwise.
Yes, shrinked us to make us feel small, and we've got so much to
Mm,
say, we've got so much to do as people as well. So it's all about
yeah,
just opening up
mm,
and being you,
definitely,
just being. hmm
definitely. And also within just thinking about that concept is
hmm
like within African spiritual traditions,
hmm
in lots of them, everybody has a divine purpose.
Yeah.
Everybody has a reason why they're born, and
hmm
that is honored. And before, you know, before the child is born, they
Yeah.
have a divination where
Yeah.
all the elders, the spiritual teachers, will gather together and say,
hmm
actually, why is this child being born? They have
There's always a
something
reason.
there's
hmm
something that they have to share that's their medicine,
Yeah.
and we're going to help them get to that place where they can completely be themselves and bloom. So yeah, so I thought I'd just like to
Yeah,
share
no.
that
uh-huh.
it's um I suppose it's about learning them other um ways of living and being and
Yes,
learning from them. So
definitely.
yeah, so
Definitely.
thank you so much for kind of so we have a Ashe in the comments. Thank you. Oh, so I'm trying to wave at people, but I can't seem to wave for some reason. But thank you so much for the Ashe,
Yes,
the
thank you, everyone.
energy. Okay, so do you have an idea about like where you'd like to start thinking, talking about your own healing and spiritual journey? Was there maybe like a turning point that, um, changed things
Mhm.
in your life to kind of be yourself fully?
Yeah, so yeah, I'll start by just saying what kind of led me, what kind of opened my
Mhm,
eyes to it. So
mhm,
I I grew up in a loving home, but a home that had a lot of issues, and I'm sure a lot of people can relate to me.
Mhm. Mhm.
A home
Yeah.
that had a lot of issues and a lot of unresolved trauma. And
Mm-hmm.
growing up, at the time, I couldn't really articulate. Being so
Mm-hmm.
young, you can't really articulate things, but you can just sense things. And it was probably my consciousness as well at that young age, but I just didn't know the words and how to describe it. So being around a lot of trauma, a lot of other people's trauma as well,
Mm-hmm.
um, by actions, by their emotions, by how they react.
Mm-hmm.
And, seeing that
Mm-hmm.
at a young age, you think that's normal. You think that's
Mm-hmm.
how
Yeah.
we act as people.
Yeah.
And I
Mm-hmm.
always knew it wasn't the right way. So, um, yeah, when I turned about 18, I actually got kicked out 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I like to share this. Some people know, and it's just me being open and vulnerable. But I got kicked out 3 times from the ages of about 16 to 18. And through those times, I I just kind of something just clicked in my head and said, this is not right. And I
Mm-hmm.
spent a lot of time blaming myself, thinking it
Mm-hmm.
was
Yeah.
myself, thinking I'm the problem.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And being kicked out really just made me aware and made me hold space for myself. And I had to
Mm-hmm.
remind myself that I'm not the problem,
Mm-hmm.
with a lot of
Mm-hmm.
just self healing, a lot of just doing what I love. And at the time, I was dancing like full time, non-stop. So that was
Mm-hmm.
like my healing. That was my self care. That was my
Mm-hmm.
getaway.
Yeah.
So I really just made sure that I held space for myself.
Mm-hmm.
I got really connected, even deeply more with my spirituality and just more of exploring. And I also just
Mm-hmm.
came to love yoga.
Mm-hmm.
um,
Mm-hmm.
and even through that practice, just really made me understand about myself, about how to handle emotions, about how to
Mm-hmm.
react, um,
Mm-hmm.
about a lot of things, And
Mm-hmm.
I also discovered about just generational curses, also known as generational traumas. And I'll just
Mm-hmm.
explain
Mm-hmm.
what that is.
Yeah,
Generational
please
curses
do.
slash
Yeah.
traumas. They're basically
Mm.
something that is basically passed down in a bloodline. So people might see a generational curse can be anything from the way that you talk about yourself, from
Mm.
maybe hearing people talk about themselves, from the
Mhm.
way that
Mhm.
people react, is something that's
Mhm.
um, basically pulled down in a bloodline. So I've done a
Mhm.
lot of research and just understanding what that means. And then that
Mhm.
came to the reality of this is just, a trauma. And I
Mhm.
realized as well, a lot of people that I was surrounded by at the time just basically didn't understand themselves and understand that they needed that healing within.
Mhm.
And
So there's unresolved trauma that would,
yeah, yeah,
you know, negatively impact those around them because they
hmm
weren't able to manage
yeah,
how that trauma has impacted them.
yes,
Mm.
yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that really affected me because, like I said, I always just kept going back to it was me. It was, I'm the
Yeah.
issue, I'm the problem, rather than
Mm.
sitting back and seeing what they've kind of been through and what they're
Mhm.
ignoring as well.
Yeah. Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
yeah, it then led me to just seek who I am. And I spent a lot of
Mhm.
time, I don't really like to label myself as I was depressed or had anxiety, but just a lot of self
Mhm.
doubt,
Yeah.
um,
Mhm.
feeling
Mhm.
as if I'm not worthy. Um,
Mhm.
and I just had something just clicked. I don't know what it was, but something just
Mhm.
clicked to just say,
Yeah.
Chantice, you've got to keep
Mhm.
going. And no matter how
Mhm.
hard it is, no matter
Mhm.
how down you feel, you have to keep going and keep trusting and believing.
Mhm.
And of course, with
Yeah.
my art that I do, yoga and dance, that really just helped me to kind of
Mhm.
trust and believe the process. Trust and believe
Mm-mm.
the process.
And something that, the fact that you were at such a young age
Hmm
and you had that realization, that's something that I don't think is actually very common.
No, it's
So,
not.
so I'm 35. How old are you?
I'm
I'm
26. I'm going to be 27
26.
in
So yeah,
October.
I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, so
But Emma,
And
you
for
look
you,
amazing. Age is nothing but a number. Remember that.
thank you. It's the MAC makeup. But yeah, the fact that you know, 16 to 18
Yeah.
were like, begin to
Mhm.
have this realization that um, it wasn't your, like, you know, the circumstances wasn't your fault. There wasn't
Yeah.
anything wrong with you.
Mhm.
And you were really going to, you know, follow your passions, follow your
Mhm.
dreams,
Yeah.
and be your own independent person and try and find a healthier path. For somebody at the age of 16 to 18, that is really quite, that's
Mhm.
very unusual, I have to say,
Yeah.
because, you know, that might happen at a much older age, you know, people in their
Mhm.
20s, 30s, 40s, 50s that I know as
Yeah.
well, where they realize actually things were not right and I'm going to change, and I've been, you know, going through
Mm.
these issues over and over again, and they're not
Yeah.
able to
Mhm.
kind of figure things out and
Mhm.
break away from them unhealthy relationships, or ways of being. So yeah, that's really amazing that you could have that
Thank you.
insight. Was there like, how come, what, so I'm just interested.
No, it's
So
fine.
what do you think kind of helped you at that age to actually have them realizations, which, you know, at that age of like 16 to 18,
Mhm.
you know, we don't have necessarily a lot of confidence and
No.
know ourselves, you know, so much, and it
Mhm.
can take a
No.
lot of people a lot longer to figure out who
Yeah.
they are.
Mhm.
So what do you think was like, was there particular people or practices or something that kind of helped you at that time?
Yeah, I can definitely say dance because I was dancing a
Mm,
lot. I can definitely say
mm,
yoga. I can definitely say, yeah, I did actually used to watch someone on YouTube. He used to talk a lot about like self-love. I have to remember her name. I will share it with you so we
mm,
can share with others. But I used to watch her a
mm,
lot on YouTube, and just I think as well keeping yourself around the right people, listening to the right
mhm,
things, music as well.
mhm.
Listening to
Yeah.
music. I listen to a lot of conscious music. I've always kind of listened to a lot of conscious music from a young age. So,
Mm,
and
mm,
also just trusting. I just always kept
mhm,
repeating to myself, trust, trust,
mm.
trust, trust the process,
So
trust that everything.
where did you kind of learn that? Because that's, you know, something that people
Mm,
are taught, and
mm,
you know, the I suppose with yoga we know
mm.
to observe the
Yes,
fluctuations of the mind. Is that
yes,
where you maybe picked up on that? Because what you're doing is,
yeah.
it's like affirmations, isn't it,
Yes,
really?
it
But
is.
to do
Yeah.
affirmations
Affirmation.
by yourself at
Hmm.
like late teens, you know, it's pretty great that
Yeah,
you could
no,
do that. You know?
it's a mixture, Emma. Like now when you say it, it makes me think, where did I actually get
Mm,
that? But I think just again, just what I was maybe watching, listening to at the
mm,
time.
yeah.
And I remember at the time as well, I actually a lady called Sheila Marie, she actually created a meditation mixtape. And
Mm,
around that time was when I was slowly getting into meditation because I used to struggle with it a lot. And
mm,
yeah, I used to listen to that nearly every single day and
mhm,
journal. I used to journal a lot as well. Just write
mhm,
thoughts down, how I'm feeling, just write
mhm,
whatever comes out. So, and I think as well, just seeing, I grew up with a single mother, so probably as well, just seeing my mother being so independent and just
mhm,
working,
mhm,
pushing through everything, just kind of,
mm, yeah.
gave me, it's in my DNA, it gave me that urge to as
Mhm,
well just
yeah, that
believe and trust
independent.
that everything will work out. Yeah.
Mm, mm,
Yeah, and I think the universe was probably just whispering in my ear, like everything's gonna be okay as well. So
yeah. You
yeah.
had some guidance,
Mhm.
or however it felt, that you just knew that that
Yeah.
was the right flow and what was
Mhm.
going on,
Yes.
what you wanted to continue, and
Yeah.
you wanted to make positive changes.
Yes,
So,
definitely, definitely. And yeah,
mm,
positive changes was very important to me at the time. Just even the
mm,
mind,
mm,
keeping busy as well, but also making sure that I
mhm,
have time for myself and to
yeah.
reconnect and really just learn who I am because at
Mm,
that young age I was still learning and growing as
mhm.
well. So yeah.
Mm-mm. So, would
Mhm.
you have any advice for somebody who might be back at that stage where you're kind of trying to figure it out, and you're having to break away from something that you've known all your life, and
Yeah.
you're really almost starting again, aren't you?
Yeah.
So would you kind of like, I don't know, would you have any advice if somebody's maybe watching and they're trying to make that like really big change? Kind of, yeah, what sort of words of wisdom would you give, you know?
Yeah, I would say to really look at your options, because depending on situation as well,
Hmm.
and really just make sure that you hold space for yourself. If you need to cry, if you have someone that
Hmm.
you can talk to, really
Hmm.
make sure that you talk, because one thing I realized on
Hmm.
this journey, bottling up things, it does nothing.
Hmm.
It makes you even harder and even numb.
Hmm.
And it's really
Yes, yeah,
important to
I
speak.
agree.
It's really important
Hmm.
to use that throat chakra
Yeah,
to talk
yeah.
and be open and honest and
Mm-hmm.
trust it. In the moment, I would say a few years ago when I was in that moment, I didn't think I would be here, what I'm doing now, or even have this mindset. But it's all about
Hmm.
just trusting and knowing that
Hmm.
things will come, and you have to be patient. You have to
Yeah, yeah.
be patient, because
Mm-hmm.
abundance is always flowing around you. It is, and you are always
Mm-hmm.
protected. It might not feel like it. It might not
Hmm.
feel like it
Hmm.
some days. You might feel very lonely, but you are
Yeah.
always protected and loved. So
And
keep
so
going.
who do you feel like is your protection from, like, how do you kind of understand that personally for yourself?
Sorry, say it one more time, Emmett. Just cut
I
out.
was
Sorry.
Oh, sorry, yeah, I was saying like how or who or what is that you feel is protecting you from your own, you know, experience?
I would say, well, first of all, it always goes back to self because the one thing I'm
Mm-hmm.
learning on this journey is you've
Mm-hmm.
got other people as support, but you have to look after yourself firstly before
Yeah,
anyone else. You have to
yeah.
fill up your cup before anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I
Mm-hmm.
do have the support from my partner. I do have him
Mm-hmm.
here, so I am
Mm-hmm.
very lucky in that sense as well.
Yeah.
And my ancestors, my guides, I'm
Mm-hmm.
always asking
Mm-hmm.
them to help me, to support me, and they're always lifting me up daily. So the support
Yeah,
is all
yeah.
around. It's all around.
So I'll just like give a little bit of information for people if they're not not familiar with what you said about like your ancestors are your kind of support. So within African spiritual traditions,
Hmm.
a kind of a core for many of them
Yes.
is that the fact that that life and death is all a circle. So when you die,
It
it's
is.
not the end, and you're
Yeah.
just on another plane.
Hmm.
And we have many thousands of ancestors who came before us,
Yes.
who want, well, not all of them. So
Yeah.
we have the elevated ancestors who are
Yeah.
really there for us, and they want
Hmm.
the best for us, and they
Hmm.
want us to live out and fulfill our true potential. So
Hmm.
um, that is a little bit about ancestors. And do you have like a just interest? Do
Hmm.
you have like a way of like working with ancestors? Do you have like an altar, things like that?
Yeah, I actually have. I'm actually like, I would show you. It's a little bit messy right now, but I have an altar right here,
Yeah.
and I try and keep just crystals there. I have a
Mhm.
picture of my great 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 grandmother. Just, you can also with your altar just design it how you want it, but keep things that are sacred and special to
Mhm.
you. And also
Mhm. Mhm.
spiritual baths. I found that spiritual
Mhm.
baths are amazing. If you have
Mm. Okay.
lavender,
Yeah.
fresh lavender, chamomile,
Mhm.
you can also put like scents or oils. That
Mhm.
is one of the best ways I feel to connect and just also just honor
Mhm.
myself and just relax. Spiritual
Mhm.
baths are
Mhm.
amazing. They're amazing. And you can have spiritual showers as well. You can mix it up as well. So
Mhm.
put something in a
So when
spray
you
bottle.
yeah, I don't really have baths that much. My
Hmm.
partner's more of a bath person. I'm just a shower.
Yeah,
How
no,
do you
that's
do this?
fine.
How do you do the spiritual showers? How does that?
So
How to get the herbs in the shower?
yeah, so what I do for the spiritual shower, you can, there's
Mm,
two ways actually. They do say try and cleanse it all over your body, including face as well and
mm,
body downwards, but you can put it in like
mm,
a spray bottle, or you can get like
Hmm.
a bowl as well and kind of put it on you, let it
And
set
just
on your
maybe like,
body for about for about five
okay,
minutes
yeah.
on your body, wash it off as
Hmm.
well. But
Hmm.
you can have both spiritual bath or shower.
Yeah.
They both feel good.
Oh,
Just
okay.
depends on what you like as well. So
Yeah.
just
Oh,
depends on
nice.
what
Yeah,
you
it's
like.
something that I've had it. I've used like lavender before,
Yes.
and
Mm.
rose petals.
Yes. Yeah. Fresh
Um,
flowers are lovely in the bath as well. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. They are really
Definitely.
nice.
Yes. And you can put your crystals in the bath as well. You can have them
Okay,
surrounded inside
yeah,
as well.
that's
So
interesting. Yeah,
yes.
I've only recently, probably in the last like six months, began
Yeah.
to like explore crystals and things
Mhm.
like that.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
and they have actually been really good, especially for my sleep. So
Yeah.
I've got I think it's rose quartz
Rose quartz.
and amethyst as well. And
Amazing.
I think that's really helped me to kind of calm and get off to sleep a little bit better because I've
Definitely.
had some sleep issues the last little bit of time. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's so good that you can tell that they are working. Do you put it close by, like underneath a pillow or?
Yeah, so underneath a pillow, or
Yes.
sometimes I'll just like hold it in my hand as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Just I don't know if it's kind of maybe like a comfort as well, isn't it? I suppose holding it, because
Yeah.
when you're like a child or a baby, they like to hold things, don't
Yeah.
they? Like, different things.
Yeah.
So yeah, but there is that kind of change.
Mhm.
And actually what is it? The amethyst actually,
Yes. Amethyst is
that
beautiful.
came to me so I do like healing vision, um,
Mm.
circles with the indigenous medicine woman. And
Amazing.
what we do is we go through a journey, and there is aspects of like connecting with ancestors.
Mm.
And in one of the visions, we kind of were open to see what medicine
Yes.
would our ancestors like to give us.
Mhm.
And I was given amethyst and another type, and also
Amazing.
some sort of plant, leaf type thing, which I didn't
Mm.
actually know what it was when I
Oh,
saw it in
a
the
leaf
vision.
type. Okay. Is it like a leaf,
So
did you say?
yeah, it was so in the kind of the I'm not quite sure what you call it, like vision, journey. We'll call it
Yes,
a
yes.
journey.
Ah.
So part of it was to ask your ancestors what crystal, what stone
Mhm.
is meant
Mhm.
to help you, and then the
Yeah.
other part was open your hand for your for some plant medicine
Mhm.
and be open to receive it. So I remember seeing this um, kind of leafy type thing in my hand,
Mm.
but I wasn't sure what it was at the time. I
Yeah.
don't know. I think maybe I've just got to
Wow.
be a bit more aware and open to maybe
Yeah.
say, can you come back to me and tell me what is
Yeah.
that
And maybe it will
plant
come
medicine?
back next time. Maybe you'll see it a little bit clearer, kind of see what
Yeah,
it is and explore what it is as well.
yeah,
It will come back next time.
yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah. And
amazing.
I think now just explaining it to you now, now my mind's getting thinking and
Yeah.
connecting the dots. No, I didn't know the plant. I think I have been
Mm.
spending a lot of time in nature and connecting to nature and
That's another sign.
really
Yeah.
like looking at what's going on around me and the energy of the
Mm.
plant. So maybe that was just the sign to get
Yeah,
more out in
definitely.
nature, which is
Yeah. Get
what I've
more
been doing.
plants, maybe.
Mm.
Definitely.
Well, I'm not very good at plants. They
Yeah,
usually
me either,
die, so
Emma. Me either.
yeah.
I've had to like
Yeah.
remove a plant actually from our front room
Yeah.
because baby K
Oh,
has been in it all the time, and I'm
oh,
like, it's not gonna live in here with him, so it has to go into another room.
yeah. It's because it's low, isn't it? And you can get
Yes.
into everything as
Oh
well.
gosh. In
Oh,
everything. In
yeah.
everything. In
So,
everything.
talking about like kind of nature and things like that, I know I
Mm.
saw some pictures on your Instagram of like a group outing where you were all in like a forest or something. Do you
Oh,
know
I
what
know.
I?
Yes, I think I know. It's probably the picture for yes, the picture with that was with Oroho House. So
Mhm.
Oroho House is a community. It's a group. It's run by
Mhm.
Mikel the Energy, and
Mhm.
yeah, that picture was taken last year. Yeah, that picture was taken last year. We had a
Mhm.
little get together. That was actually the first time. meeting everyone else. I actually joined Mikkel's. He done a 21-day self-love challenge last year. I joined when my son was about, oh gosh, probably around the first lockdown. And then we met up a few months later. But yeah, that picture was taken there. That was an amazing day. We was in nature for the entire day, surrounded by fresh food, fresh fruit as well. Good people, good vibes, good energy. It was really, really good.
Yeah,
Really, really, really
yeah,
good.
it
Yeah.
did amazing. It really did. Yeah, it looked
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah, it
So
was an
let me have
amazing
a.
spot as well.
So did you want to talk about like that self-love and that what that group, what sort of spiritual teachings or practices? Is it African based as well?
Yeah, so it's all for everyone from the African diaspora. And at the
Mm-mm.
moment he's actually doing another 21-day kind of service, love service. I think you can actually sign up, so you can always go to his
What do you,
Instagram.
what's is there like dance is part of it, isn't it? Yeah.
Is
Dance. Dancing is
Yeah,
part of
dance
the
as well.
practice.
Yeah, yes, yes, yeah, it is a
Mm-mm.
part of the practice. Is a part of the practice, and just
Mm-mm.
self-expression, just release as well. Yeah, is a part of the
Mm-hmm.
practice as well. It is, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it is. But
Mm.
really, really, it was a
Nice.
really,
I
really
have
good
seen some
thing
of
to
your
do.
videos.
Really, really good thing to do. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's so
Loads of
nice.
videos dancing.
Um, I love it. I love it. You need to teach me some
Yes.
moves, I
You can
think.
listen, everyone can dance, Emma. We all can dance. We all can dance.
Yeah.
We've all got it.
Privately on my own when nobody can see me. Oh no. I've actually I've actually done two. I went to an African dance class. So I went to one when
Mm.
I was in Ghana, and then
Nice.
I
Oh, that
also
must
did
how
one.
was that?
Yeah, I was terrible. It was
I could.
so
It must
bad.
have probably been intense, especially in Ghana, it being hot and just yeah.
Yeah. And actually, what made
Yeah.
it really a bit awkward is we had to do like dancing with another person. So I had to do it with this guy,
Okay.
like a
Yeah.
random guy who was very awkward,
Oh.
more awkward than
That
me. And I was like, oh, this is just
Mhm.
not good. It was really fun. I did really
Yeah.
enjoy it. I'm glad that I did it. We did some like singing as well.
Amazing.
So
Amazing.
like they'll ask you like what day you're born. Your born
Mhm.
day is related to your name. So they'll say, oh,
Yes.
you're born on Monday, get up and dance. Oh, I can't believe
Nice.
this. But
See, you remember it, Emma. We should just have a dance party right now.
yes, everybody. So whatever day you're born, you have a name.
Yeah.
Monday's child, Tuesday's child, and there's a
Yeah.
name for every day. So
Amazing.
you'd have like Monday's child would have to get up and dance.
Dance. Yeah. Yeah.
But
It
yeah,
sounds like a good experience. It sounded fun.
it
It sounds
was,
like a good
it
experience.
was, it was really amazing. It was really
Yeah.
good. But yeah,
Amazing.
I'm not. Yeah, it's not for public consumption. My
That's
dancing.
right. It will be soon, though. It will be.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe with some of your help. But yeah,
Yeah.
I do see that you have a lot of like high energy videos on your Instagram,
Mhm.
which I was really, bringing that positivity and,
Yeah.
seeing you with baby K and,
Thank you.
just, yeah, I always, I always like all your posts.
Thank you.
So
I
I
appreciate it.
genuinely
Thank you.
do really like it. So there was one other thing that I wanted to, actually there's two other things maybe to
Yes,
talk about. So let me just check the time. Yeah, the time goes quick, doesn't it?
it
Just
does.
maybe,
Today's gone
is
so
there
fast.
it really does, doesn't it? I was just wondering
Mhm.
about like the impact of motherhood and your
Mhm.
healing and spiritual journey. Like, how does that kind of shift for you and change? How did it change?
Wow. I have to take a breather there because yeah, it's a lot. It is a lot.
Mm-mm.
I have realized since becoming a mum that motherhood definitely brings out a lot. It brings out a lot of things that probably you didn't realize before, and just being a mom has made me connect with my inner child even more.
Mm-hmm.
So really making
Mm-hmm.
sure that I look after little Shan. Um, I've really
Mm-hmm.
discovered as well, just on this journey, that my inner child hasn't gotten a lot of love throughout the years. And that as well has resulted into me feeling certain ways. So
Mm-hmm.
I really do try my best to honor little Shan, to play with her,
Mm-hmm.
to
Yeah.
just be honest and
Mm-hmm.
open. But I believe in just me being a mom. I am, I always
Mm-hmm.
say that generational traumas and curses, it always, it takes one person to be like, it ends with me. And for
Yeah.
me, I
Mm-hmm.
am following
Mm-hmm.
me, myself and my partner, we're following a gentle way of parenting. So
Yeah.
being able
I
to
think,
understand.
yeah, I've seen you with Baby K just on videos and when we've talked
Mhm.
on our, Zooms. I
Yeah.
definitely see there is a really gentle,
Mhm.
kind,
Mhm.
and a loving way that you're with him. And
Yeah.
it's, you can tell, I can just through looking online, I can tell that he seemed like he's very nurtured and
Yeah,
he
he
seems
is.
quite calm when you're doing yoga with him and like
Mhm.
moving around and he's moving around, but
Yeah.
there is kind of there's that bond that he
Mhm.
seems very safe. So I can
Yeah.
see that you've put a lot of, working into making him
Mm.
feel safe, and that
Yeah,
sort of thing.
and thank you, Emma. And it's not
Mm,
easy
mm,
because as well, it's like it's going against the way everyone else has been parented and doing
yeah,
your own thing, and not,
yeah,
I've heard, especially when the early newborn days, you should do this or you should do that, or when are
mm,
you stopping breastfeeding and this and that, and it's like,
mm,
let us parent the way we want to
yeah,
parent.
yeah,
And
yeah,
I'm very, very passionate about just, making sure that my son knows himself and has that self-love within, because I'm
yeah.
raising a black boy. So
Mhm,
this world is
mhm,
going to be very, very different for him as a
mm,
man.
mm,
So I
yeah,
want him to be able to trust, to really be able to
mhm,
trust
mm,
himself. Everyone to be trust
yeah,
to be able to trust themselves.
yeah.
But yeah,
Mhm, mhm.
it's
You want to
important.
give him
It's
that
important.
like it's that foundation, isn't it? That's what
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
creating, like that stable, safe
yeah.
foundation for him to kind of use everything he's learning with
Mm,
you
yeah,
to then
definitely.
hopefully give him that confidence to, like we're talking about, be yourself. And maybe,
Yes.
I hope and I'm sure that he maybe won't have to go through the things that we've maybe discussed,
Yes,
where
yes.
it's a bit later on in life that you kind of are able to be yourself, but
Mm,
hopefully he can just be himself from the
definitely.
beginning, which is amazing.
Yeah, definitely. It's just about, and I know from even just, children seeing and hearing and watching how we operate, how we
Hmm.
talk about ourselves, how we talk about other
Yeah.
people, about the world. They learn so much. They're
Yeah.
like
They
sponges.
pick up,
So,
yeah, pick up
mhm.
everything. And the energy as well. It's not even what you say. It might be
Yeah,
if you, there's so many things that children realize that maybe
so
we think,
much.
oh, they don't understand this. Even if they don't understand, they sense that something's not quite good,
Yeah.
or they sense, yeah, this is good and this feels happy in this moment.
Hmm.
So,
Hmm. And it's so important. They say as well, I think it's from when they're born to about 7 is the really important years for their mind,
hmm,
because they're taking
yeah.
everything in. And from those years, they'll
Hmm.
remember, especially if, bad things happen, they will remember it,
Yeah,
unless
yeah.
you kind of
It's not
resolve the
like
issue.
subconscious. They may not,
Yeah,
you may
yeah,
not remember, but it could
yes,
be that something subconsciously in you that
yeah,
will
yeah,
affect you for your whole life
yes,
potentially.
it will,
Mm-hmm.
it will. But yeah, it's all
Mm-hmm.
about just nurturing and just teaching
Mm-hmm.
children just how to be themselves. Very, very
Yeah.
passionate about that. Yeah, very, very
So it
passionate
almost
about
sounds
that.
like you're like with motherhood, you're nourishing your baby,
Hmm.
but you're also nourishing yourself
Yes,
equally.
yeah.
And I suppose, the more you nourish yourself, the more you have to give to being a
That's
mother
it.
and a partner
Yeah.
and things like
Hmm.
that. Which I think it does go, like you said, it maybe goes against the grain of what other people
Yeah.
expect of a mother, that, you should sacrifice everything. You
Hmm.
should do everything for your child and forget about your own
Dreams.
passions.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
put everything aside,
Hmm.
stop doing everything, and then focus on your child, and then you can start your life again. But I think what you're saying is it's kind of continuing what you know and what you love, so your
Yeah,
yoga, your dance, and that's going to fulfill the whole family, isn't it? Not just
yeah,
you, but it's
it is.
everybody.
It is.
Mm,
It is. And it's about also just making sure that you are well as well. You know, I always say,
mm,
especially the beginning stages, the newborn stages, are very, very
mm,
difficult. It took me a
yeah.
while, it took me a few months to just feel and move and feel better.
Hmm. Yeah.
And just finding ways. It is hard. It is very, very hard, but it's
Hmm.
just about finding ways and just adapting as well. All about adapting. All
Hmm.
about adapting.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Mm.
Definitely.
And that's something you do with your yoga, isn't it? You
Yes,
help
I do.
mothers. So do
Hmm.
you do prenatal and postnatal yoga?
Yeah, so I teach prenatal, so that's as you're expecting, pregnant, and then I
Hmm.
also teach postnatal, so after birth as well.
Mm,
Both in Hatha yoga
mm.
for women as well,
Yeah,
yeah. And that is
yeah.
something that's
And I
really
think,
important to just move, especially
hmm,
during pregnancy and after birth as
yeah,
well. Hmm.
yeah, definitely. And I think connecting to your body is
Mm.
so important
So,
because you're growing a child,
yes, yeah,
and for lots of women, there is a disconnection with the body because of maybe what's happened,
yeah,
what society tells us about our body, that it's not good
hmm,
enough.
yes,
Um, and I suppose to have that yoga practice come in at that time is really very supportive to
it is,
uh,
yeah,
kind of just gently say, okay, the body's changing, but the beauty of yoga is that we can adapt the practice to the
we
body
can,
and the
hmm,
different changes that are going on.
definitely. And yoga is so accessible for everyone, and that's the beautiful
Hmm.
thing about it. We all can do it,
Mm,
you know? That's the
yeah.
beautiful thing,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm-mm.
yeah.
Looking at the time, so we're probably coming up to, yeah, would you, um, before we wrap up, is there anything else that you maybe wanted to say that we didn't cover about your healing journey?
No, I feel like we've covered. I'm trying to think.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I feel like we've covered.
Covered the
Yeah,
main parts. I'm sure
yeah.
there's lots more in the
Yes,
story of
there's
life.
always
There's
more,
always
always
more,
more.
isn't
Yes,
there? Yeah.
always.
But thank you so much. And what I'd like
Thank
to do is
you.
just maybe let people know what sort of services you offer, who
Yeah.
you're helping with the services,
Hmm.
and how to get in touch with you as well.
Yeah, of course. So I actually run my own yoga and wellness business. So at the moment, I'm currently teaching online, so online via Zoom. And I'm currently at the moment teaching private one-to-one. So I'm also teaching private one-to-ones and also for anyone that is prenatal and also postnatal as well. If you would like
Hmm.
any services, any classes, you can always message me at zenwithshan@gmail.com. I'm also on
Hmm.
Instagram, I'm on Facebook, and I'm on YouTube. I've
Hmm.
just started recently
Hmm.
posting more content on my YouTube channel, so you can go and
Hmm. Hmm.
subscribe to watch more.
Nice.
On my Instagram, I do have much more details about my
Hmm.
classes and how
Hmm.
to contact
Yeah.
me. So, yes, follow along and follow the journey.
Wonderful. So if you're watching on the live or the replay, make sure you go and
Yes,
have a look at all the lovely things and share with anyone who if it's yourself or maybe somebody who really needs that support, and also just
definitely.
thinking about maternal health for Black women. It's been in the media a
Yes,
lot, and it's very distressing to see
it is.
disparities with health, and it's really very upsetting and very traumatizing. But
Hmm.
I think there are things that people can do to get that
Yes,
support and to get that help to feel as healthy as they can.
definitely.
And yoga might be one small piece of the whole maternal health
Hmm.
puzzle. It's not yoga doesn't fix everything,
Yes,
but it could be something a part of somebody's life that adds in that extra way of taking care of yourself and reducing
definitely.
them stress and anxieties I'm sure that people have when they're pregnant. So
Yes,
yeah, please do postnatal, prenatal yoga.
yes.
It's something I will definitely be doing one day if I get pregnant. You know, it's
Yes.
such a wonderful thing to do. So I don't
Definitely.
think we had any questions coming in actually, and but if anybody has any questions, I'm going to post the replay and just pop your questions on there, and then we can get back to you. So
Yes,
it was so nice
definitely.
speaking to you, and
Very
have a
nice as
nice
well.
evening.
Thank you
Hope
for
you get
having me,
some rest.
Emma.
Oh, yeah,
Thank you.
lovely. So take care, and I'm sure I'll connect with you soon. Bye, everyone.
Yes,
Thank you so much for watching.
definitely. Take care, everyone. Thank you,
Bye.
Emma. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.